good.
Okay.
That's great. Hi, everybody. Come on. This is a weather symposium. We're weather geeks. Let's go. This is fun. Okay. My apologies, first of all, for being tardy. Thanks for everybody switching around. I woke up this morning to my wife screaming, "Mark, the power's out!" So we lost power. We lost it for about 8 hours. So we didn't have power at all from about 3 a.m. on. So no alarm clock, no blow driving, nothing. Okay? I woke up, looked outside the back window to see tree branches impaled into the grass in the back. So I knew, we had definitely had our 60-mile-an-hour winds. Okay, so I get up, get dressed, go outside, and the garbage cans are scattered through the driveway with all the garbage out into the driveway into the neighbor's lawn. Okay, this is the beginning of today. Okay? I said, that's okay. I'm going to OU to talk with a bunch of weather geeks. It's going to be fun. It's worth it, right? So we get in the car, and, it's not raining at my house in Lake County, which is just east of Cleveland.
Lake County.
Okay, anyway, so, it's not raining. We get right around Strongsville, just south of Cleveland. Boom, gully washer, all the way down through Dover, New Philly, blinding, heavy rainfall, 50-mile-an-hour winds. I'm driving the Tiffer. Okay, I'm driving the Tiffer, the Tornado Interceptor Ford Ranger.
Tiffer.
And it has a sunroof, because you got to see if the vorticity's open. And water is pouring in through the sunroof. The winds are so strong, it's picking up the sunroof just this much and blowing the wind right into the car. So it's dripping on me. So I'm leaning over like this, driving. So I get down to the Akron area, and Akron is weird because Route 76 and Route 77 kind of become one for about 10 miles. Well, you're supposed to turn off on 77 South, and it was raining so hard, and Lady Gaga was on the radio, so I missed it. Next thing I know, I'm in Lake Milton, which is 10 miles outside of Youngstown. I didn't want to be in Youngstown ever. So I lost about an hour. So we made it, and the sun is shining. Right now in Cleveland, there's severe thunderstorms. There's a big squall line with damaging winds and large hail. So it's been a journey, but I'm glad to be here. It's my first time at OU. So here we are. You've heard a lot about the Athens tornado already, but it was part of a larger system that we'll talk about a little bit. And the Power 5 Doppler radar, my promotions department says I have to call it that. It's really the Gibson Ridge GR2 analyst. Yeah! Mike Gibson rocks, doesn't he? You know who Mike Gibson is? Mike Gibson is the guy who designed all the screensavers for Microsoft. He made millions doing it. He's an engineer out of Atlanta. He knows nothing about weather. So he retired a bazillionaire, and he said, well, I'm just going to poke around and have some fun. And he developed this great radar software. He has no idea what it means, but he did. Okay, so here we have the tornado set up. Okay, let's talk about it here. Mesoanalysis, this is 20Z916. We got a good severe weather setup in the atmosphere, even a good setup for some tornadoes. As you can see, Lifted's down to -3, Cape's at 1,000 for September. That's pretty good. The lower level lapse rate's at a 7, so you got lots of air that's going to go up. The 0 to 1 kilometer storm relative velocity right on that bottom edge of tornadic, 300. There's the 0 to 3 kilometer right at the bottom edge of tornadic, 250. Significant tornado parameter, anything above a 1. And we have 1. 4 to 6 kilometer SRW, storm relative winds at 20. Again, right on the bottom edge of tornadoes. That's what you got. So, you know what? We figured we're going to have maybe some tornadoes today. And we got a pretty good squall line forming here, as you can see. There's a surface low pressure right here over the western basin of Lake Erie. Lots of spin up there. Here's the warm front, so we got a lot of moisture transport at the surface. Here's the cold front. Okay. Problem we had is 850 winds are basically west-southwest, 30 to 40 knots. Surface winds are southwesterly at about 15 knots. But at 500, we only had winds kind of veering like this. They were pretty much straight out of the east. So we didn't get a lot of play above 850 as far as far as the rotation that we wanted. We are not getting lots of tornadoes on this line. Even though the parameters look pretty good, we did not get a lot of tornadoes on this line. We're kind of watch and wait until one. Now I draw your attention to this guy right here. That is a little outflow boundary from previous convection from the day before. Up here is our Lake Erie breeze. We get a little lake breeze every afternoon, and we see some convection there. But notice these little cells right here popping up along this boundary. And indeed, we had winds out of the southwest, south of the boundary, but once you got across the boundary, the winds veered, and they went more up toward the center of the low. So not so coincidentally, here's the cell to watch right there. This is when it's right over Mansfield. Now notice it's getting close to this outflow boundary here. Okay, 5 minutes?
No,
I never, you know, when I'm doing TV, producers will go 30 seconds and I gotta screw you. Here we go. Whoa, let's go back. Here we go. This is our first image on the GR2 near Jeromesville. This is Wooster right here, okay? Now notice we got our little boundary popping up, a nice little cell right over Wooster. So our boundary is right here. And here comes, on our squall line, we got a little break in the squall line. You always watch for those breaks in your squall line because that's where you can get some strengthening. And there we have our first little indication of a hook. This is at about 3 minutes. It's 2103Z on the 16th, so we're well in through the afternoon. And here we go. 504. It's 5. Did I say 504? Yeah, I guess so. It's 520. Nice hook echo here. Now, there's our hook echo. And here is our little mysterious old outflow boundary right there. Pretty much stationary because it's lined up pretty well with our wind fields. Okay? Hook echo, classic radar signature of a tornado. Nice hook there. We got a little, you know what, we're starting to get a little RFD poking in the back. All right, there's Wooster, the capital of Wayne County, Ohio, home of Rubbermaid. You ever tried the rubber from Rubbermaid? Good. Okay, Rubbermaid, Wooster, the College of Wooster is there. Pretty populated area. 520, here we go. This is 516, there we got our first indication. Here it is, there's our TVS, or what do you call it now, TDA. Tornado on the ground, and it's rain wrapped. Here's our inflow coming in the back, a little bit of inflow being drawn in, but again, it is merged with our outflow boundary that's kind of set up right here. There's our first tornado, but it's rain wrapped, okay? The tornado's right here, and rain is wrapping all the way around. Next up, this is our SRB image, and as you can see, there's a very nice couplet with some pretty good gate-to-gate shear. Our velocity couplet, we've got the brightest reds right here next to the brightest blues right here. So it's a good velocity couplet. I think it was 110 gate-to-gate shear that time. This is an F2 on the ground right now. And here we go. This is at 541, the next scan. Riceland Golf Course. Holy mackerel. They say you're likely to get struck by lightning, not tornadoes if you're on the golf course. Here's Smuckers! Jelly! Ham! Grandma Smuckers shaking in her knickers right now. There's a tornado about a half mile south of her. This is F1 intensity here. Notice again, we still have a good couplet. Gate to gate. Here's our strongest outbound. Here's our strongest inbound, side to side. Tornado is easier to see when looking at wind velocity. Okay. Here we go. Now this is what I love about the GR Level 2 analysis. You can isolate rotation, normalized rotation, and it's not hard to see where the tornado is in 3 dimensions when you have your normalized rotation. Here's Wooster, right there downtown. Well, downtown's right here. Here's the OARDC, which is a branch of Ohio State University. It's the Ohio State University campus, Wayne County. And a tornado is in progress right There it is, F2 intensity, pretty nice. Pretty nice funnel all the way up to about 20,000 feet. No doubt about it. Right? Cool. Oh, wait a minute. Did I misread something? This is the first touchdown damage. It blew out a flower shop. You can see the flowers right there. The rest of them have not been found. There we go. This is the second scan. This is the greenhouses at the OARDC. This is as it's just beginning to weaken into F1 intensity here. It's still a very nice funnel all the way up to about 15,000 feet here. No doubt about it. 3D rotation on that GR level 2. Pretty good. The OARDC greenhouses. Now the OARDC is the Ohio Agriculture Research and Development Center. What they do is they grow things and they farm things. Well, there's the greenhouses. No farming this year. Demolished. They also are home to the Seacrest Arboretum. The Seacrest Arboretum is a collection of rare trees and shrubs that stretch over about 75 acres. The most beautiful specimens you've ever seen of pine and birch and whatever tree you could possibly grow in this area was growing there. Was. Demolished so many specimens at the Seacrest Arboretum. 50 to 100-year-old trees down. Here's some of the homes right across from the OARDC. You can see the damage going right through the front yard. Here's some of the collections at the Seacrest Arboretum. Going down, OARDC. There's the only picture we have of the Wooster tornado. Nice. Nice wedge there. Nice wedge funnel. This is as it's getting ready to come right. It's already hitting the flower shop right here. And this is eastern side of the OARDC. So it's coming right out. Only picture that we have of it. Now, what lesson did we learn? Here's what I love. This is me. We're weather geeks. We should understand this. Are you ready? Even supercells on synoptically evident tornado days do not necessarily produce tornadoes via some self-contained process. No way. Often the tornado formation involves an interaction with a pre-existing boundary. In other words, real storms have a disturbing proclivity to produce tornadoes in association with interactions involving pre-existing horizontal inhomogeneities. Charles Doswell from the Mesoscale Meteorology Department. In other words, watch for squall lines supercell merging and watch for squall lines intercepting old outflows. We had a day primed for tornadoes, but we didn't get any until that one nice little embedded supercell met with that old outflow from the day before. And that was our only tornado north of Interstate 70. Thanks to that outflow boundary. Okay. There's another picture of the tornado. Well, let's talk quickly about Athens County. I know you've had a lot of presentations on it. Until September 16th, only one tornado in Athens County since 1950, May 12th, 1980. Don't know why that's so dark. Have you been playing with this? Keep clicking? Oh, there we go. Just must about me. It was an F1, 250K in damage. Here we go. We're going to do, you've already lived this. And again, I just wanted to use the radar to help you interpret what to look for when you're looking for either straight line winds, RFD, rear flank downdraft damage, or tornadic damage. Here's our tornado right now as it's just touching down, okay? Got a little spin there. You wouldn't really notice. I mean, if I were looking for tornado, I'd be looking down here on the edges. Maybe even in here, you look for those little notches. But here's the tornado embedded up here. Now, this is our 3D GR level 2 analyst view of the actual storm. You can see a nice hail core right here. Isn't that an impressive shot? Little overshooting tops here, some Amadas out the back. Actually, I would normally look for a bounded weak echo region, a booer, to help me find a tornadic location. And really, the only indication here is this little indentation. We've got some updraft coming in